What's going on, Badger Nation? It's Mike here from Ad Badger, and today we're finally going to dig into what Amazon Bid Plus means for your campaigns and whether or not you should be using it. Bid Plus is something that was introduced a couple years ago into Amazon campaigns, and so many people have asked if they should be using it, and for good reason. It's a confusing feature. The first thing to know about Bid Plus is that Bid Plus is turned on at the campaign level. So when it's turned on, it will influence every keyword or ad group inside your manual campaign, which means if you have 100 keywords across 10 ad groups in just one campaign, it will impact everything. So we need to be careful before we turn this feature on. Now let's talk about what Bid Plus actually does. In simple terms, Amazon will increase bids automatically if it thinks you can get a position on top. I'm talking about the area immediately below the search bar and above any organic or brand placements. How does it do this? This is the second thing to know. Amazon Bid Plus means they will increase your bids by up to 50% if it thinks that extra boost will give you a position on top. So turning on Bid Plus, is it a good idea? Should you have Amazon deciding when and if you should get an automatic 50% bid increase? Well, there's definitely pros and cons, so let's dig in. The good thing about Bid Plus is it helps keep you competitive. Let's take an example. Let's say you sell ceramic coasters. Think of the core terms that you might always convert well for and things that you always want to be in the top spot for. Maybe there's a term like durable coasters. For that keyword, your conversion rate is always going to be high and you can afford expensive clicks. You might want to take this winning keyword into an exact match campaign, turn on Bid Plus, boom. That sounds like a pretty good way to maintain a max top spot visibility for your best terms, since Amazon's going to be automatically bumping up bids 50% to give you that higher position. So once you do that, how could you be sure it works? Well, you can't. Currently, there's no report inside Amazon that will tell you this is where we increase bids, this is why Bid Plus was a good idea or bad idea based off revenue and ACoS. What there is, though, is an advertising performance by placement report. This will tell you your performance metrics when you are in a top position or not. And you'll have to download the spreadsheet and then run a pivot table and then run a filter for just the specific terms that meet your parameters like conversions or clicks or cost or revenue. The point here is there's hurdles towards understanding if Bid Plus is actually helping your revenue and hit your sales targets. Appearing in a top spot for core terms is a good idea, but that's where the benefits of Bid Plus end. Essentially, Bid Plus is similar to Google Ads bid strategy, update bid for top of page position. This bid strategy is typically only for popular terms or your branded terms that you always want to appear up top for, so only specific cases. Most Amazon sellers are more interested in hitting their target ACoS for a keyword, not necessarily appearing in a top spot, especially if it means it's not aligned with their revenue and cost goals. Now, if you're optimizing bids the right way and looking at revenue per click and how much of that revenue you want to spend on your ads, that's your ACoS, then your bids and cost per click should be more aligned with that ACoS target, not necessarily your position. Think of it this way. The person in the top spot, the person bidding the most and appearing in that top spot, doesn't necessarily mean they're making the most profit or most aligned with their KPIs. In fact, it's pretty common for people to be bidding too high to have an ACoS they're unhappy with. The last thing that's incredibly frustrating about Bid Plus is that there's no position data on Amazon. So on Google Ads, for example, it will tell you where your ads rank in position 1 or position 2, so on and so forth. You can even run a report that says, when you're in position 1, you're this profitable, and when you're in position 2, you're a little bit more profitable because you weren't spending so much per click. This kind of reporting we are desperately waiting for inside Amazon, but we'll probably have to wait a little longer as their platform matures. So what's the final verdict? Do I use Bid Plus in my campaigns? Almost never. I'm all about bidding that helps you hit your target ACoS, not necessarily your target position. If you do have terms you want to appear in a higher position for all the time, I simply suggest giving those terms a higher target ACoS so you bid more aggressively. And if I have a term that's converting well and I can afford a huge bid, I'd rather control and calculate that myself or have Bids by Badger calculate my winning bid. So I'd love to hear more on whether or not you are using Bid Plus, if you have some good use cases for it, if you have had success with it. Let me know in the comments. This is Mike from Ad Badger, and I hope to see you inside the Badger Den.